Okay, I got it pulled. I'd like to think that, but it's not reality. Thank you for throwing up the possibility. That's right, you never know. You're not although, because I'm not real life, I would know. That's good, gets around. All right. We'll fill up China with bread. Okay. Turn to page 7 of the prayer book, please. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha,
Until enlightened I seek refuge through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides and said, I am supreme in this world. To you who were wise then, I prostrate. With pure bodies, forms supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior, having great compassion, the Founder, having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path of liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage, to all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, and all aspects, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of God's protector's heart, to tip of this fresh, pure white heat, curd like cloud, O Loksan Prabhupada, Dharma's omniscient king, pray come to this place with your disciples, in space ahead on lion throne, lotus and moon. Venerable Guru, smile brightly with delight. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit. Fill for my mind of faith Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, fame, glory, outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit, non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially how it has contradicted 3 vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned mundane concerns, made life essential. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make Venerable Lobsang Prabhupada's essential teachings specially shine forever. Migmet Sewe Te Chen Chen Rezik Drime Kempe Wang Po Jam Pel Yang Du Pung Malu Jom Se San Wei Dan Gang Chen Kepe Sugen Song Kapa Lop San Drape Sabla Sowadeb. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remain steadfast. Homage to the exalted 3 jewels. Thus have I heard at one time the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagir on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomenon called profound illumination. At that very time the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the 5 aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child, a lineage trained, who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter or lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this, subsequently looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence of the 5 aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form is not other than form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics, that is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, mental phenomenon. There is no I element, and so forth, up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance, and so forth, up to no aging and death, and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times, by relying upon the perfection of wisdom, become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed, Tayata gate gate paragate parasamgate bodhisoha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child of lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Bodhisattvas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the host of the three places Dakinis, Akasama Ratachara. Kaya taum gate gate paragate parasongate bodhisoha. Through the power of truth of the exalted three jewel speech, all on the side of negativity, such as the four Maras, be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, Shante Kuriye Soha. 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, free from adverse harmful conditions. May all be conducive in perfect auspiciousness, bring happiness and well-being here, right now. Saji Peki Jun Xing Mei Ko From Ri Rab Ling Ji Ni De Gem Pa Di Sang Ge Xing Du Me Te U Ar Gi Dro Ku Nam Da Jing La Cho Par Sho Jesu Lama Dam Pa Ge Nam Hi Che Ku Kala Hien Se Trin Drignen Ji Tar Sampe Do Jezin Ma La Zav Ge Che Ki Cha Pa Wa Tu So Idam Guru Rana Mandala Kam Niryatayami Chom Nala Jaju Padu Dagi Kapsu Chi Dagi Chonyen Ke Pesonam Ki Dola Penchu Sange Rupasho Chongkai Songdi Chongna La Chachu Padu Dagdi Kapsuchi Dagi Chonye Gepe Sonam Ki Drola Penche Sange Drupa Sho Chongkai Songdi Chongna La Chachu Padu Dagdi Kapsuchi Dagi Chonye Gepe Sonam Ki Drola Penche Sange Drupa Sho.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. How's the weather outside? Beautiful. Beautiful day. It's a lot of waters on the streets. Yeah. I thought this morning maybe there's some holes in the sky. Maybe we need to call emergency. They can fix. Huh? Yeah, it's very strong raining. Anyway, thank you. This is how is it? Boston Celtics? Patrick's? No, not Patrick's. Really? I thought the Patrick's. Thank you. Who bought this? You bought this? It's good.
You were suffering last Sunday, so.
Yes, and also I will be changing the lights, no problem. Good, thank you. Tujiche, everyone just look there. Anyway, it's wonderful. I believe you guys also, some people come far away. Usually, when I was a kid, we have to go every day, summer, winter, fall, doesn't matter. Raining, snowy, doesn't matter. We have to go there, check at the yaks holes. Like my family has maybe about 200, almost 300 yaks. Then that's the Tibetan nomad traditions, not same as like here nomads. Here, the winter time, the cows stay inside, right? They give the grass. And also when cold, they can stay inside home. But when Tibetan, they have no home. Everything just outside. You baby, doesn't matter. It's raining, snowy, thunderstorm, doesn't matter. Everything is outside. Outside. And also the summertime, we have to, then when sun rise, make sure all the animals already get out the home. They need to more grass. Therefore, always we have to, summertime, we need to take the milk from the females, female D, we call D. And some family has 60, 70, 50, 20, 13, 15, D's. Then mom and any daughters, they have to go to take the milks. Have you guys done that? Have you do that? It's very pain for your finger. You have to take your milk. Not same as here. Here you guys put the mission, right? It's very dangerous. They will suck all the, even the, blood. But him put me to that. Tibetan not just feed, but also hear them. Always they put the butter. They're very soft. Then 2 hands, they take. Usually there are 4 karo. Normal karo. Neighbors, 4 neighbors, yeah. 4, we live 2. Yeah. How many, horse has only 2. Then cows, geese, other ones has 4. Do you know? Horse has only 2. The pig has 6, 7. Pigs, dogs have more. This also, they say, like you have finger head like this can't, like so many like this, dogs. Also they say they have more. Whereas the pig has only two, right? Wood, feet, only two. Hoof, only two. But they have more. The yaks, cows, horse, not yaks, geese, goat, sheep, they have four. And two will leave for the baby. Two will take. Therefore, they always we have to take, 34 will take time, couple hours. Then the kids have to also help for the mom. We have to, summertime, very strong, rainy, we sleep on the, like tent. It's not really tent, how you call this? It's like tent, We heard the raining. When we kids very cold, when you sleep a little bit, it's more happy. But you have no choice, you have to get up to go out. Wet place, like that this morning, we listen the window, there's a lot of raining. It's okay, still a little more nice. But you guys give up to try to come here, it's nice. Yeah, I was, many years. Since I come, India, I was, how you say? With the yaks, this cowboy, I don't know. Also, when your weather is very cold, you can sleep with the sheep's very warm. You stay there inside that, they sleep everyone together, very warm. Yeah, animals very, very nice. And also, you stay with some yaks or this, sleep with them. They're very warm. Now, I have more experience. Do you know, they're very funny stories. Is horse has the front teeth? Are you sure? Yes. Horse? Yes. How about cows? How about goat? How about sheep? Huh? This is a funny question. Usually horse have this front teeth, but cows doesn't have. Yaks, sheep, goat, they don't have. Dog have that, right? Dog have? Yes, some animals have, some animals don't have. This is more expert. I'm the more expert. How they? Also the Tibetans, they check how old the animal. They check the horn, right? Horn has so many different lengths. They can check. And they also check the teeth, how old they. This is they talk how they're old, how young. Like that anyway, sometimes I talk that is I'm miss for my horses. It's similar, last 2 weeks ago I went to the China with the Wutashan in the high mountains. There were so many cows, horses. My family doesn't talk about that they're in a holy place. They talk about, they have cows, they have sheep, wow. The horses are very good, very fat, with the Tibetan tradition, they are horse, cow, they're very fat. It looks very good, they got very good grasses. Wow, these good horses, wow, they're more. They talk about that. They're homesick, they was there all the time with them. It's nice, sometimes the animals. Better than human beings. Animals doesn't complain back. we complain them, they just run away. Human beings always come back. Anyway, I'm just talking, morning, lot of raining, cold weather, you feel more happy. You feel, wow. But you guys thought to come here to discussion about a little bit Buddhism. It's wonderful. Particularly, this book is, writing by or come by Indian Master Shantideva. He's one of the very Bodhisattva. He wrote this book, and His Holiness always if you read this book 9 times, you can understand 9 different ways. Have you guys read 9 times? Just one thing now, right? Westerns just finish one and just leave that. I read 5 books. But like Tibetan, Buddhism, we tradition is not like you just one. You think you understand one time, but you don't understand. You have to read more again, then you can understand more and more. Also more different way. But the book doesn't change the meaning. You think the book changes the meaning? Book doesn't change the meaning, that you have more knowledge, also you are more thinking. Therefore, His Holiness one time was attend his teaching on Saranat. Saranat is Buddha give the first teaching place. He give the teaching, then he said, everyone take this book with you at home. And you think this is also your study book to read every day much as you can. I'm sure if you read every day, when you become old person, you will really understand a good practitioner of that book. Therefore, this is very good, especially you are very short temper. Short temper? Short temperature? Short temper. If you short temper, read the 6th chapter, okay? I think everyone was very short temper, right? Everyone, no, I'm not short temper. When depends someone bother you, then you can see you're short temper or not. Everything's fine, no one's against you, then you're a very good person. Someone's against you. Again, we can say against? Or not? Criticize? Or someone say, like you say, okay, we put this cup here. No, someone said, no, we put here. No, says, oh, put back. No, you have so many days, put back here. Like that, then we say, no, you do not, I think about so many days. We don't need so big, really small things we can just, our switch on, very easy. Therefore, read this book more times, then you become a very soft person. Okay? Then we do meditation. I know you guys like meditation. Today we do meditation half hour, okay? Half hour you're not allowed to talk, you're not allowed to move, you're not allowed to move your hands, you're not allowed to open your eyes. Can you do that? No, I'm joking. I don't think. Just, just sit and relax, comfortable, whatever you're comfortable, as much as you can. And then, just a moment, visualization in front of you, very holy place, just great place, very peaceful place, very colorful place. Then slowly think back for yourself. Relax, thinking from your head, neck, chest, stomach, thigh, leg, knee, and your toe. Again coming back to see like that again. Now slowly, very deep, bring in. When you deep bring in, think about from your head to whole your body, upper body to lower body. When you bring out, also thinking your lower body to upper body 3 times. Now visualization from you, all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, holy beings. They're all colorful, peaceful, everyone happy, everyone's looking for you, smiling. Now you visualization from the all holy beings, give the blessing like rainbow color, the spring water. When you bring in the all blessings that come from that to hit your body, your upper body to lower body, completely feel. And also wash your all negative karmas, sickness, unhappy feelings, like very dark, very dirty water color. They come out of your body. Then bring out your peace, happy, all your peace, happy feelings come out from upper body to lower body, go out to share your all mother sentient beings. Again bring in all holy beings, blessings, in your upper body through all bodies. Purify your all negative thought karmas. Bring out your all peace, happy feelings from low body to come upper body, come out your mouth or nose, shed all mother sentient beings. Again bring in whole with blessings. Again bring out whole happy feelings. The moment now you stop doing that, and the one moment, every 2 minutes, just only the lesson, the sound of the air conditioned. Try to your mind follow that. Don't think of other things. You listen, remember this is the sound of the air conditioned. Then slowly the sound or air condition become like holy or Dharma sound, beautiful sound. It makes also your happy feeling, peaceful feeling, relaxed feeling. Its sounds makes also you happy, peace, relax. The moment don't think any other thought, not anything to come your mind. Okay. Good morning. How's it? Do you lose your control? Think about, oh, I have to do something, oh, I forgot something. Anything, right? They just come moment. Now, try to this kind of meditation. There are so many different kinds. Just this very basic, very simple. Anyone can do. There are so many different deep ones, but first, try to make our mind with us. Are you mind with you right now? Are you mind with this temple inside? Moment, maybe 2-3 minutes. Then think about, oh, I forgot something. Oh, your body is here, then your mind's not here. We need to keep our mind with us always. Can possible that? It's not very possible, right? It's very tough. Sometimes also, when you talk to meditation, you remember things. When you do study, you pray, that time also you remember things. Oh, I forgot that. Oh, I have to do that. I have to do that. This is, something to blessing some good ones. Okay? Anyway, then of course, the meditation have so many kinds. You can meditation for emptiness. Everyone likes meditation emptiness. Meditation for the sublessness. And the meditation for the compassion. Meditation come for the loving kindness. In order to meditation also, we need to know how. Sometimes people say, are you teaching meditation? It's very hard to answer, a lot of people meditation, teach meditation means, okay, close the eyes, always like that, you teach like that. It's your meditation, you're not teaching meditation. This is, when you always talk Dharma, this is the teaching how you meditation. We have to follow that, right? The tradition, Western, tradition, the teach meditation means, okay, now you think about that. Breathe in, breathe out, close your eyes, don't think it too much, don't worry, like that. They think that. This is we lead meditation or, we do the meditation. But real meditation, how the book talk about, this is how we have to do meditation. We follow that, we think about that. Meditation also two kinds, right? What are they? Yeah, analytical meditation. Therefore, we can do either one. In order to come a body or inside meditation, we need to analytical meditation. Analytical meditation is very important. When you understand very deep any object in meditation, then you can also easy to meditation like that. Okay? Then meditation makes, for hour to happy feeling, peaceful feeling, relax, will calm down. Are you going to calm down? We're pretty good calm down, right? Also when you say, basically when we have time, we think about Dharma, and then we have difficult situation. That time we use also that. It's very important. The holy beings, holy gurus, they always do that. When they have more situations are going on, then they also really deep meditation, deep practice. For we forgot, right? Something going on, then we just forgot. It's like, like Muslim, how can you say? Traptun. Act. We need to our practice, not like act. Acting. Like I want China like maybe 40% I meet people, they have the mala. People who have mala, they do some Buddhism, they practice. It's not like that. Like they act, some deaf, also deaf. They pretend, or not Buddhism, they like because of action. No, crow. Until they cause of like custom. That doesn't really do any practice, maybe Lord. I'm not sure everyone about Lord, but therefore, the fashion. Yeah, fashion. Then we study Buddhism is not like fashion. A lot of people, it's not Western. A lot of people do study Dharma. It's like fashion, particularly, yeah, okay. Okay? And then fashion doesn't work, then we need to really deep. When we have some situation, that time we need to use that. Okay? This is good. Then we talk about this Guide to the Bodhisattva Way. And then, the first chapters talk about the benefit of the bodhicitta. The bodhicitta is the one of the mind, quality of the mind, bodhisattvas. Bodhisattva means person, right? Bodhicitta means one of the quality of the mind. Correct? Did I say correct? Okay. If I say wrong, you make me right, okay? Therefore, we need to generate that kind of mind. In order to generate that kind of mind, we need to clean our mind. Our mind is very dirty. We think, no, I'm very clean, I'm just take shower this morning. Yes, we clean our body every day, very protected, but our mind's always very yucky inside. Attachment, angry, jealousy, hatred, sub-grasping, always there. We call this very dirty objects. Therefore, the bodhicitta says, I cannot come this place, it's too dirty place. We study first chapter, they talk about benefits, bodhicitta. We need to generate that, but the bodhicitta says, too dirty place, I'm not going that. Then in order to advise the bodhicitta, we need to first clean our mind. Like example, we need some important Rinpoche or important person coming, we need to clean the place, right? Like what's here? This big Rinpoche is coming, we clean everywhere, inside, outside, everywhere. Because important person coming, in order to that we need to really clean. Right? Like the war political guys going to every place, they put the red carpet. It means also respect. Who the person doesn't matter, the respect that, gas. Therefore, we try to clean our mind. Then he said, what we do clean? Our mind is very clean. I'm very good. I used to every day take shower. But we didn't take shower our mind. Have you taken shower your mind? We need to buy the, super duper soup. The super duper soup is dharma. But we need to how you use, then therefore, when we to clean, then they talk about second chapter, talk about, okay, you have to clean that, you have to clean that, you have to clean that, you have to clean that. Therefore we talk about that. Last week we talk about some words, some words we don't want to say. Remember? Don't say that. Delusion. We can call delusion, okay? We don't call that the source. But pekela ko karo. Kotana mana mo yodo. Kaso de pasete kondo. Kondo lag me lagi wa. To pekela mo ndi pena mo tisa ingena chime kashiro.
So last time we talked about the sin, right? Which is not a very good word to use. So Geshe, you can just say delusions instead of saying sin.
Okay, we change the word, okay? Good?
So generally it is just in the state of mind, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. If you call it sin or non-virtuous action, doesn't matter. It is what it is, right? So, but just the way you call it and the idea that you have about it makes a difference. And also the way you were brought up, right? Your background, makes a difference also. So if somebody said this is black, and then in your mind you keep thinking this is black, then you will always think this is black, right?
Right? Okay.
And so the practice, the main practice that is emphasized or taught in Buddhism for purifying the negativities and accumulating merit is the 7 limb practice.
And
so there are many different explanations about the 7 limb practices. The one that is explained in King of the Prayers by Bodhisattva Shantideva is very, very good one.
And Lama Zopa
And all the practice, all the pujas that we do, it consists of this 7 limb practice, right? Like Guru Puja, and Medicine Buddha Puja, and also Tara Puja. Every practice we do and have that practice of 7 limb offerings.
Okay. And
so here it also teaches us about practicing the 7 limbs, and then there also 7 limb includes the practice of purification, right?
Okay.
And so last time we finished up to verse 30, was it? Sumsoni? Verse 30, and so today we start from verse 31. And so what it is saying here is that thinking about the consequences, the results that one may experience of that negative karma or negative actions that one has created, then one should purify that.
Right? 나도 가리나 소소가 지 내가 노트 채나 다tin 데부터 야보 용마서 가서 때 마요 탑시 못 채그러 와.
And so whenever we make mistake, and then we think, oh, I'm going to experience something bad of doing this bad thing. So we always, try to erase that or purify that.
어디지? That Nanzu didn't Lanka Natu chair, the Nanzu John came at Nanzu that trouble to target. They not Nipamusang.
So creating negative karma is not always our fault. It's our companions. It's the companions or the friends who contributes in us doing that, creating that negative karma.
Did trouble about it? Dance
So those negative, non-virtuous friends are our own delusions, like attachment, anger, ego, and so forth. And at that time, if we accompany with these kind of friends, definitely we'll be creating more and more negative karmas. It is said that we are controlled by our mind, right? Is it true that we are controlled by our mind?
What do you think?
So it doesn't matter whether you believe in religion or not. Is it really true that we are controlled by our mind? It is? So mind makes the decision, right? So okay, I want to do this, I don't want to do that, I want to go there, I want to stay here, and so forth. So the mind makes the decision, and then body follows with that, right? Is that right? The person, right? So the person follows the mind. And so we follow our mind. So we're controlled by our mind, and our mind is controlled by our delusions. Is that right? And so, we don't have to think that, oh, I'm very bad. I'm not bad. It's just my, friends, the delusional minds in me are bad. So let's say there's very, innocent, humble boy, and then he starts to do bad things because of being with a friend. So is it his fault that he did a bad thing, or because of being with those friends, he end up doing those bad things?
We say both. It's not really, yeah. I don't know. No, I forgot, some Tibetan words. I'm very bad. I didn't speak English good. Between that, I forgot all my Tibetan words also. That's really bad, right? Well, always broken English talk that then I didn't use my Tibetan oftentimes. Then I forgot, all the nice words. Anyway,
and so because we are controlled by our mind, and our mind is controlled by the delusions like ignorance, not knowing, and so forth. And so, so same with anybody, right? So somebody who is very bad, it's not the person's fault, it's his mind's fault. So if we talk in that way, if we say in that way, does it make it a little bit easier to understand, or no?
So yeah,
you think about it. Is it really the person that's bad, or is it because the person is controlled by the delusion, which makes him to be bad?
Have you guys get mad ever?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you guys were very peace. You get mad maybe once a day? Maybe once a week? We can say once a month. It's okay? more than that. And the Tenley Manzu Kurusado, Manzu Penetjin, Mipacho Kanji Karota, Gilong Soyos.
So when we become angry anyway, so if you do, when you become angry, we make another person that become uncomfortable with us, right?
And the chairman, the watching at the church at the chamber.
Have you ever been mad? Once a month? At that time, do you feel like that?
Tenley Channel, Tinga Hondolang Hondo, Tilko, Chicken Chu, some connotation, Mela,
So at that time, did you have that motivation, to get angry? It says, I want to get angry today, and I'm going to cause harm to this person.
Melas, Tambo, you must know that they caught Tilan and the Palagi, Tilan as a Tatarichaderma, Tambo, Yomargan.
So at the beginning, you didn't have that. Maybe in the second, third time, you might think, oh, if he says this, I'm going to say like this. If you do this, I'm going to do this. So you already have that motivation or pure mind, right? So already there. But at the beginning, you don't have that thought. Do you have that experience? So at the beginning, first time when you get angry towards somebody, if you ever did, which I'm sure you did, right? So at that time, do you have motivation to do? So it's not necessary to get angry towards somebody, only towards somebody who you get into fights with, and you use knife or gun or something like that. It's not necessarily like that, right? Even not getting along, with ideas can get angry, right? So at that time, the first time when you got angry, you never had thought, you mean in general, you, right? And you never had thought, thinking that I'm going to cause, this person harm, or I'm going to become angry towards this person. So that shows clearly that we are controlled by our mind, and our mind is controlled by the delusions.
Okay, and that delusion
So as a result of the delusion, it will only be bad. Can never be good, right? The result of delusion can never be good. So as if you eat poison, will there be any good consequences from eating poison? But for peacocks, it helps, right? It makes it more beautiful. The peacocks, they eat poison.
It's true? Yeah, I heard that. It's true or not? Have you guys heard?
Peacocks, the bird, the beautiful bird with the colorful feather.
It's true? I know. People say that. This is true or not?
Humans can eat things that are poisonous to animals too.
Huh?
Humans can eat things that are poisonous to animals.
Yeah, of course, yeah, that's true, yeah. But not like that, like this, there's a, I don't know, I don't know what kind of poison. Some kind of poison that because if they become more not color, I don't know if it's true or not. Anyway, counter tea carla ani 나도 뉴모야 sem지까지는 내가 기도요 말해. sem지도 다 냐는 야보이나 뉴모 내가 기도 말해. 대치 바로 와. 이제 와.
So the poison is normally, which is poison for us, is it can be a good thing for some animals. So when they eat it, it becomes it helps it to become the poison helps it to become more magnificent. And but if that poison were to be eaten by other kind of bird, then they will die. So just like that, if we have if normal ordinary people have a delusion, then it will definitely kill us or bring a bad results to us. But the higher beings, highly realized beings, they can use the delusions to make them even more advanced in their practice. So just like the poison helps, the people become even more beautiful. Instead of killing it, it makes it even more beautiful like that.
Okay,
so let's read that verse 31. Yes. And whatever terrible vices I, a sinner defiled and with many faults, have done, all guides, I confess them all.
다 뒤치등도 지고 잡는다스. 대랑도 다 아니 그러고 묘모 릴레이션 나긴다. 로아 릴레이션 나긴다. 다 뒤치등 간다서 봐이나 간지 다 아주 아니 네 배는 내가 된지 다 두자만 뭐 제사송 제사와 인자 다 대금 잡을라 아니 나도 지금 다 먹어봐 아니 제바대 다 아니 소소도 제메다게 아니 동아들 연결이 대 많은 해라야 아니 산제도 상조서 맞춰서 눈에 샤네 아니 샤dom식이 있어 와다도 대나도 들어 되레스.
And so the word that we don't like to use, right? The sin, here it's called sinner, is a person with a sin, right? So what would you like to use here for non-virtuous action? Non-virtuous action possessor?
Yeah. I think you can say non-virtuous action, yeah.
So it's I, non-virtuous portion. Non-virtuous action possessor, defiled with many faults, have done all guides. So it's deluded person. So you still have to add something, right? So there's no one word to say like. So I non-virtuous, sir?
This will be not nice, yeah.
Like a sinner. Anyway, so because we have created so much negative karmas, right? Negative karmas, we possess a lot of negative karma. So that's what we're talking about. Because of having possessed all these negative karmas, I may come into experience many bad results. Therefore, before I do that, I confess in front of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. This is the guide is talking about Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
Maybe I'm a negative person, maybe not nice. Yeah, I don't know, it's nice. Maybe that's not more worse. Anyway. Okay, deluded person. Anyway, whatever you come to, you can use that, okay? Yes.
In my book, it uses the word grave wrongs.
Huh?
How is it?
So thoroughly vile and polluted. I
What
like
is it?
that.
The vile?
Well, grave wrongs done by me.
Grave wrong.
Grave, yeah.
Grave wrong person. Okay, whatever you lack. And the tenda country kaje ta nyumu mamu sayo tenda tero kasa ti nyumu mamu sawa rese no.
Dibo mo sa.
Right?
Monke ne dibo mo sa.
Ah.
Ne mo sa ne dibo sa la. Ne monke.
또 대본 내가 나도 못 나가 가지.
Ma dibo la shora. Ma do la shora. 먼저 그 찍으라. 먼저 배제 당시 뭐.
저 배제 당하다.
너 찍으라.
다 저기 가르코는 되게 가지 다 네바사 버리는 가지고 대단 네바사 올라가고.
So anyway, we have created non-virtuous actions, which means we have done wrong, right? So many things that we have done wrong, and by doing that, we have created these non-virtuous actions, and that, will result into a bad, consequences.
다 저도 들리데 가디삼 고르잖아. 저도 가디잖아. 가디는데 삼 고르잖아. 저도 샤운사와이나 조와표와이나 소소 카디 채와나 들리까 삼 고르다. 아가 네바들 마모모 사 나라가 하코와리 하 먹어와리 사 선바리 사바이 사 쳔바 사바지와 가르지나 단속은 저든 레벨에 보면 매완자 아니 뒤 니발라 삼네 아니 소소 샤dom제고 샘도 삼 고르스.
So when do you have to think about these negative karma, non-virtuous actions that you have created? So when do you have to think about it? Every time you do practice, like when you're doing your daily practice, when you're making prostrations, when you're doing circumambulation, or when you're doing pujas or prayers, whenever you do that, you should think about that. So so when you say that we have created so much of those negative karmas, and in order to purify them, then I'm going to do this practice. So in the presence of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, in order to purify them or to confess them, I'm going to do this practice. So sometimes we get confused, when to think about it, when to think that we have these negative karmas created.
강사와다 마 다와 쳐시 따때 디바스 거다 텔라메로가 녀바도 바샤기 삼고 된 되게 그랬어.
So you have to think about it when you practice. So like today you're going to be cleaning the gompa thoroughly, right? At that time you can think about, like, as you clean the gompa, you think cleaning your mind or cleaning your negative karmas, non-virtuous actions that you have created since beginner's time. All the non-virtuous actions that you have created in the past, creating in the present, you might create in the future, or all those that you remember, and you don't remember every kind of non-virtuous actions. Have you heard of a story about this like Chuda Pindaka, Papa Lamchumba?
How do you heard? Yes. Kada numan Papa Luchumba says, Koran and Lolam Jinekasa, that Benejane, Kalamna Kajedo, Kalana Kajedo, Lamat to the Yoris.
So you heard about this practitioner who was very, very stupid, right? He couldn't learn anything at all. If you teach him A, B, C, he wouldn't be able to. When you teach him A, and then after he learns A, and then after that, when he says B, and then he forgets A. So that's how dumb he was. And then then Buddha, of course, apply all these skillful means to teach him also. So that's because of so much thick in negative karma he has created. Therefore, he is not able to learn. And so Buddha, taught him, to skillful means, to purify those negative karma by making him do the things that he can do. He can't learn, so he, like he said, go and clean, the sanghas, the shoes.
Okay. And the Tunisian Tatani Kojan, and Chinoka, and the deep on Tomabans, Kokani Tejan, Kotelashi, Kalekaji, deep on Tomabans, Lapshita Kote, Rokijab Korea.
And then also made him to sweep the floor of the temple, and then every time he sweeps, he was taught to say abandoned dust and abandoned stains like that.
And Telamina Sanji Chumde Shuman, that detail Sadomare and Sudu Numudul Lagres, Sudu Sembe Dulagre, Tepa Koachane, and he could settle a Dutchman come to somebody.
And so he says, that the dust, and the stain is talking about is not, the physical dust and stains, but it's the negativities and delusions in our mind. So eventually he understood that, and then by abandoning that, then he became arhat in that very lifetime.
Oh, tell you that chance of some Tibetan Lavaisari, Kalmasochi.
And so, like that, today you have this opportunity to, clean the gompa, right? Clean the temple. And so don't think that, it's so boring, so tiring, I have to do the cleaning now, Don't think like that. Instead, this is apply this practice to purify your negativities, your, the inner dust and stains.
Okay, Kande Tandi Karana, Suzuga, and Nebati and Reba Mami and Nelaya, and the Tachi, top shit and Rebecca Pashawa, and shot Tandu, Nebatandu.
So whatever kind of negative actions that we have created, if we purify them before we experience the result of those, by applying the four opponent power practice, then they can be purified completely.
Okay? What is it? The chance of condition, a condition, I didn't know when the chance of Namju children, Matika by Nebasai, so I also did Neba Trenchi, and he shouts about and Chomi Pivana, and it chose a Bukanchipa and take to some gold, the Batano.
And so every time you do practice, you think about those negative karmas that you have created. So something that you remember that you did, and then it's, by doing that I may have created negative karma. So in order to purify this, I'm going to do this practice. Like even when you're making one single stick of incense offering, you should think like that. And so you might again think, you can easily purify negative karmas, right? Because you can easily create negative karma too. So just by thinking, you create negative karma. Just like that, but just by thinking, you can purify the negative karma.
Okay.
So if you know, then it's very easy to do.
Alright, okay. Okay. Tani the ta teach te ta jero mami ko na ani ta yepa pasa is. Ta subje soni badiga ani ta na jigi ani ta ngara mashine nalaya. Ani sozo yepa kansa ba pasa wi sha ta jigi is ro is ro. Te sha ta wa yamate ani saje do ani ta shanju samba sami shinje la ro chi sa ro ro. Japun ro chi sa ro.
And so that verse talks about purifying the negative karma before you experience the result of that. And then in the verse 32, so it says that before the death comes, I'm going to, like while I'm still alive, before the death comes, I'm going to purify all these negativities and request for blessings from the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to be able to do so.
Okay?
So let's read that. How shall I escape it? Rescue me quickly. May death not soon creep up on me before my vices have vanished.
Okay? Pechashana gandu police gandu ticket na call the madu ngela gandu ticket pa karo. Nyeba de sasan gandu nyeba chon ro wa te chi pan ro do wa.
Pachatena.
Pachatena ko nyeba chon chi maro.
So just like when you get a ticket from violating, then before we go to the court, if we just pay off, we don't have to go through that consequences.
What is that? This one, dog diba majavara, Nindon Goban Jerchichi, Chetan Dele Yatarva, Nubitiji, Jasu Soros and a counter, Ani Soso Dibam. Jabata Mamma, Soso Mashiv and Nela, and the Dibadle Tartova, Dibadaba Shantideva, and the Sanjito Shajo and Shijala Rochi, Ropana Rochi, said Vizarva.
So he's requesting for blessings from all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to be able to purify all these negative karmas before anyone experiences the result or before one dies. That's what you understand from this verse?
So Mashiv Nelaya, and the Tiger, a Dipade, Mevasatova.
So we should purify negativities before we die. So that's requesting for blessings to be able to do so before we die. So mostly, basically, before we experience the result, right? Before the result is ripened, So if once it's ripened, then it's ripened. Then you just have to go through it, There's nothing you can do about it.
Okay.
And so anything we do is same, right? Once before we make a mistake, we have to be careful. Once it's mistake, once we made a mistake, then it's already a mistake, right? So there's nothing we can do about it. So just like when we drive car, to be very careful not to get into accidents, not to violate the rules and so forth. So that's what we have to be careful, right? If once we have violated the rule or once we get into accident, then there's nothing we can do. Then it's inevitable, So to get the fine, for the insurance to go up, everything, right? To get more points, and that's inevitable. So is that true? Why the reason why we drive very carefully is because of afraid of the result, consequence of breaking the laws or getting into accident, right? So one will be unhappy if that happens, and also make others unhappy. So because of all these results, consequences, then we drive very carefully, right? So before the result is experienced, before we face the result, we be very careful. So if we want, we can prevent that by being very careful, right? And so if you have created negative karma, then you should definitely purify right from today. And so he says, may death not soon creep up on me, right, before my verses have vanished. So means may I not die before I have created negative karma. I mean, purified all the negative karmas that I have created.
내가 로건도 같이 지금은 다시 뭐가 리타이먼트 재산은 당간 건데 냠려고 지기 삼보여와.
So at that time we kind of deceive ourselves, right, by thinking, oh no, I don't have time to do that now. I'm too busy working and earning, and so maybe later when I'm retired, then I will do that practice of purification at that time.
다 뒤에 렌트 수로가 소선도 자기 그래.
So that answer is given in verse 33.
That is all that,
Let's read that. Death does not differentiate between tasks done and undone. This traitor is not to be trusted by the healthy or the ill, for it is like an unexpected great thunderbolt.
Okay? 딜레는 따다 둬야 돼.
Is that right? Right answer?
아니 먼저 남는 지구나 요래. 아니 그리고 싸웠음 타쳐봐 고생하고 싶어요. 그러고 싸웠음로. 아니 그리고 주셔거 봐. 아니
초라치고.
주랑치고 아니
마셔보죠. 맞아, 다다라치고.
다다라치고 봐.
그래서
주마도 그게 좀 봐. 그래서 그러고
다들 쳐가면서 그래.
그러.
그래. 다들 싸워도 쳐가면서라. 저 모두 시간을 나가서 매편 봤어요. 되게 싸워라. 되게 싸웠더라. 안에 준저 숨겨라.
준저 와다들이 싸웠음 준저 그새 안도 남는 요를 와.
So in the Lam Rim also it explains about those 3 rules and 9 reasons, right? You know about that? 3 rules and 9 reasons? Like that death is certain, time of death is uncertain, and then the only thing that can benefit at the time of death is dharma. So those are the 3 rules, and then each rule has 3 explanations. How is death certain, right? So there are 3 reasons, 3 explanations.
Okay. 남주 참여를 해라 말해. 다 가지 남주 참여를 했어. 가지 시하고 말했어.
So here is talking about the time of death is uncertain. So we may die any time, right? So the time of death is uncertain.
데려야 돼. 저도 кел어서. 나도 뻔나 산이 나중에는 미딱 나서란. 뻔나 산이 나도 마셔 자자 잔에 장도 кел어서 해.
So can we be 100% sure that we will not die tomorrow?
대초도 당연히 나중만 잔에 상거리 주문에 대책이 되죠.
Are you saying because of having studied Buddhism, or you do really think like that?
등문으로 와. 나도 뻔나 나도 차 조조 잘라지요. 차 조조 잘라지나. 이 자세 저 니마 지는데 살아 제도에서 고 걔네 제도 그랬어. 다 저런 게 뻔나 미징아 제시 나가 땀내다. 저런 게 제시 마시와지 산이 따뜻히 저런 게 내도 그 말이야.
So if someone were to give me a piece of china or porcelain, right, very easy to break, a pot very easy to break, glass made of glass, and say, okay, can you make it, can you keep it safe until tomorrow? Maybe I can guarantee that, right? I can say, okay, yeah, sure, I can really pack it nice and put it in a box and keep it safe, right? I can do that, right? Easy, maybe. But if somebody says, can you keep Jessie for 1 day and make sure that she doesn't die until tomorrow? Can you guarantee that? Nobody can guarantee that. Yeah, because the keeping porcelain safe is in our hand, but keeping somebody alive is not in our hand.
뭐 들리다 간지 들리다 남주 참여를 했어 말이다. 뭐 들리다 저런 게 담보 대파대 샤트는 저런 시용 말이다. 다나라서 샤고 그래서 고고대.
So because the time of death is uncertain, we can die any time, so there's no like the sequences. The first you purify and then you die. That's not like that, You may die even before you are able to purify negativities.
하여튼 말만 가시면 나도 또 스무하다여서 난 나름의 나름의 처음이라 그러왔어.
Also it says here, right, healthy or ill, so that means like, so you can't say, oh, I'm very healthy now, I'm strong, I will not die. You can't say that either, right? You can't be sure. Is that true?
또 오늘 들려다 나도 대바샤나 소소 주소로나 네 들이 단다랑 사고 들이랑 사고 그래서
So therefore, if you want to do the practice of purification, then you should do from today, right now, at the time when you are still alive.
그래서 저도 치다 샤워요 그러나 샤도도 다 남주 쳐서 맨날 간데 벌써 저도 망하지 친대요 여러분 너한테 체력을 주는데 참아도 맞지 뒤걸어야 소모하고 또는 네가 다루고
And so
so
you do the practice all the time, right? Some reciting mantras, doing a daily practice, you're commitments and all these things. So if you think, like this, think of purifying your negativities, while you do that, then of course that purifies negative karma. Otherwise, if you just think, oh, this is my commitment, I have to do it. If you do it like obligation, if you are just think, oh, you're obliged to do it, otherwise you break the commitment and so forth, then it doesn't become much benefit. So at the time, at any time you do the practice, like when you're doing your daily practice, when you're doing making prostrations, you should think this.
Okay?
And so there are so many reasons, why we should practice Dharma, and because it's it's the only thing that's beneficial at the time of death, and nothing else can benefit, and so forth. So there are many reasons that's explained in the Lamrim teaching. So we say that nothing can benefit us at the time of death except Dharma, right? And so we show many other reasons. In the reasons, it talks about reasons why other things cannot benefit at the time of death. But how does it show reason how Dharma benefits at the time of death? How does Dharma benefit? What is the reason the Dharma benefits? What is the explanation that Dharma benefits at the time of death? So the reason why other things will not benefit, like there are three reasons. Right? Well, the possessions, your possessions, you will not benefit. Your friends will not help. Even your own body will not be of help. Right? So nothing will be of any help at the time of death. So normally whenever we go out, we always carry credit card. We always make sure that we have credit card and the car key with us, right? We don't walk out without that. But at the time of death, we can't take with this, right? So we just leave it wherever it is and then leave. And nowadays, we have the cell phone, the smartphone all the time with us, right?
Right, you have everyone have phone with you.
So the reason why it is not beneficial for us is because we can't take it with us. So the reason why Dharma benefits us is because we can take the imprint of the positive karma, the Dharma practice that we have taken. So, but you have to prove that, right?
Yeah.
How does that have that benefit? So who knows? How does we know? Now he says that that imprint, the positive imprint you can take with you, and that will help. So who have seen that and who have experienced that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sangin.
The Sanjing told us that Gansu, when the Sanji Kelamado, Sanji Lover Samado, Susumuni report on the Pacheto.
Yeah, so other than saying that Buddha says that, can we really find it out through analysis, through reasonings?
Ten negation about them. Maybe number Sanji Canada or Sanji already Chapson Sanji came in the chance to Chulu Lapshat and to tell Lankarja.
So if you're a Buddhist, of course you believe in Buddha, right? And so oh, Buddha said that, so therefore you believe it. But someone who doesn't believe in Buddhism or Buddha, then how do you prove to that? So they say, if this is just your religion, this is what your religion says, and this is not really true.
Yeah.
So how do you prove to them then?
Yes.
You have to prove that the mind continues, but that is hard to prove.
Yeah. This also is. Not get out of that trust some to choose you, Tangi. And that chance on the Sultan Mandaba. And it's Suzu Chachen Mandaba. Lojo Mandaba,
So we are all different, right? So I'm just going to give you a small question. So we all have different looks, right? Different qualities, different level of knowledge, right?
And it's also every everyone beautiful, but some was more beautiful. Everyone was handsome, and some was more handsome. Right? And everyone's pretty successful, but some was more successful. That is like something.
Why does that happen?
They
all work hard.
Yeah.
Kengi. Kapter kengi teba. Ken teba la dene dene was.
Tanganzu nambashana te kapti change mare. Chet ta chen zo ko yodi or was. Ina zo de men de chen da mare.
Nambala bi la mara. Ipaten gora.
Ro ta riba de na. Tanganzu yomati ta ngal kandar. Te yomati ngazu chen yana ngazu tsamgi chen yago jime chen do su chi chen marwa.
It's not only the condition, right? So everybody apply good condition. They all apply the good condition.
Well, some don't have good conditions. That's how they end up not successful.
Yeah.
But that's the conditions come from their past.
Condition is a horror.
The conditions come from their karma, but that's what we know. But some people don't.
나도 딱 되어잖아. 참말라면 미사지라야 파만이라 뿌니와치. 파만이는 딱 다시 따당 찍바 로로 따당 찍바 이바나 그러냐 친구가 그런 람바카가 로도.
So that's the condition. That's what we're doing is condition, all right? So, like for example, a parent has two children, and they brought them up in the same way. I give them same facilities to study, to go to college, and support them in the same way. But then when they grow up, they become different. So one is more knowledgeable, one is less knowledgeable, one is more successful, one is less successful. Why is like that? I mean, the condition is there, right? The condition is given to both of them, same.
다 팀만도 단다들 뜻 팽겨다. 같이 추고 나중에 제가 몸에 수수가 레사다라래 그래서 나도 나비를 받았다 그랬다대.
And so in Buddhism, of course, we're not trying to say, oh, Buddha said this, so therefore, no, not like that. But in Buddhism, what we believe is that there's a cause. That's the condition, but there's a cause that you have created from previous life. Right? So because of the different causes, and no matter what kind of conditions you apply, even though you have the same kind of condition you apply, but because of different causes, person becomes different. So from there, then we can say, so in this life, if you do good, then you can be good in the next life. Does that help? So we can't see that, right? We can't see the reason, the cause, cause for that. But we're all different here, right? Everybody looks different. So there is something behind us, which we don't see, but giving us all this power. So in Buddhism, we'll talk it, we'll say it's karma, right? But in non-religion, like in the secular world, you can say cause and effect. So, when the child is conceived, right, it depends on the cause and conditions, everything together. And just having the condition alone will not help. Like say that, though both parents have no faults in their substances, like, the eggs and sperms, there's no problem. There's no problem in mother's womb, no problem in her eggs, nothing. But if there is nothing wrong, then is it sure that she will be able to give birth? She will be able to be conceived? Not sure, right? The scientists, even scientists say that it's not sure. So why that doesn't happen, right? Why is she not able to become pregnant? It's because there's something else that is needed for her to become pregnant. So that's the karma we talk about, and so all those things that she has, perfect, is conditioned. And on top of that, she needs the actual cause, for that, and that cause is missing.
아니 티치까지 가지고 뭐 많다 왔지. 삼보다 누구서 용도 와.
So just no matter what you do, how much conditions you apply, if there's no real cause there, you do not happen.
근데 나도 진봤던 거라 때문에 정신 중으로 들어가게 했다. 나도 남배 치고 연애만 지금 했어.
And so also in Buddhism we talk about the source, the cause of wealth, is generosity. So through practicing generosity, you become rich.
그래서 나도 저도 진만 마음에 땅 사지래.
So most of you have practiced generosity already, right? Because you're rich.
얘는 너도 빼 무슨 게 나도 단다 치고 나가요 말이야. 단다 빼는 세들에 몇가지 람로 치고 그 누자전에 잡는 람로 치고 집변조 빼 다치는 깔이 잡는 데 용도 와. 너도 다 세들에 그 누가셔다 그 제왕 한 말하고 레마 못 사래서 나도 텔파로.
So that practice of giving, the practice of generosity that you have done, is not necessarily have to be done in this lifetime, right? So somebody who doesn't give at all, who doesn't give at all but become very rich in this life, because that means that person has created a cause by giving in one of the previous lives.
그래서 제가도 같이 쏘게. 나도 같이 쇼게 딱 빠져야 메이크업진이 쭉 맡아야 되거든. 같이 쇼고도 같이 니저 용도 와. 그때 같이 오래서.
So some people, some women, they have to put so much makeup, on their face. So some they don't have to, and they're still very beautiful. Why is it like that?
나도 나 안에 제왕 그 말을 줘봐야 오고면 되긴 돼 버려서 그랬어.
So that is because of having or not practiced patience.
근데 정말 저서 남바하고 건너 다는 서바하고 건 거래.
So if you want to have a beautiful look, you should practice patience.
그래서 가던 건 나도 뭐 많다고 디자로도 진도 나도 잘로가 쏟다 적은 이유도 왔어.
So there's something behind, right, which we don't see, some kind of power behind, which we don't see.
그래서 다 나도 나추고 됐다 그 제사지. 렌제사지. 디고 용거다 디고 뭐가 디고 남가 된 거래서. 걔는 잡아야나.
Yeah, so that's the like if you meet with the condition, if you have the cause and meet with the condition, then you will have the result.
오케이? 근데 다 도로 증상당 다도 가지고 나비를 봐 삼다고. 근데 다 가지고 결혼하시게 keleng도 왔어. 다 가지고 결혼 도마에 말이 나거다.
And so that's how you think, the reasons, why it is like that. And also we talk about the past lives, previous lives like that, So there's no beginning of the previous life. When did it start? There's no beginning.
다들 곧 그냥 알아서 그냥 걔네 대보질래 봐. 나도 그냥 나도라 다 수복 자시다 다 가지고 시박 자신이 여러 방 나도 미치래야.
So to make it a little bit easier to understand, like we have two parts, right? Each person has two parts, like body part and the mind part, right?
그래서 나도 수보라 도마에서는 저도 걔네 들어. 나도 수보라 도마 예래에서는 그냥 나도 수보 이전에 도마에서는 다 준하고 있어.
So is there a beginning, of our body? The beginning of the cause of our body, beginning to the cause of our body. Is that beginning? Yes, no? The beginning, yeah. Yes, no?
장수 싸면 여러 다녀. 내가도 남이 시간에 시험 말이야 장수. Yes. Yes, I don't heard. Yes. Okay, yes. Okay, yes.
There's beginning or no?
There is a beginning to the body.
Okay, Kadiri, when? Yeah. Like example, maybe you say because it's your body.
Yes.
When the beginning.
My body began, I would say, it developed in my mother's womb shortly after conception.
되게 방어상 열어봤어.
But the cause of that, right? The substantial cause of that your body came from your parents, though, right?
Yes.
그래서 제가 말로 가르 제가 말로 했는데 제가 밤하고 보고서 보다 힘들어.
So your body, the cause of your body is already there before your body was developed, right?
The cause, yeah, but you asked what it was, is there a beginning to my body?
유열했어. 뭐란 게 수복에 다
내주서 어제 줄어서 준. 근데 줄어면 되나. 아주 소복이 줄어야 통할수 있는 다시 데리고 돼야 돼.
균.
준.
So like the continuation of your body.
Yeah, I think
Continuation
this
of
is
your
much
body. Is
easy.
there a beginning to the continuation of your body?
I think this is much easy.
To the a beginning to
Yeah.
the continuation.
Yeah, I
Your
think
body,
so.
yeah.
Continuation, like during the cycle, because there'll be an end to my body too when I die, right? The body.
Beginning.
Yes, there is end, but is there a beginning?
To my body?
Yeah.
Yeah, there has to, yeah.
그들이야,
To
그들.
this body?
When they 가진 것도 그래.
Well, when the previous body died and then the mental continuum continued and conjoined with the substance for this body,
This body, therefore, this body is where it come from.
from my parents.
Therefore, where they come from, the parents.
Yeah.
You go like that, you couldn't find the beginning. The thing is, I'm not saying you are big body like that. That, Jun.
Continuation.
Yeah.
The stream of the body. Stream or continuation. Hmm?
No, I'm talking about body.
Geshe is talking about body.
I'm not.
The substance is.
Yeah, I'm talking about body, not talking about mind, okay? Mind's more complicated to understand that. If first we understand the body, then mind can take example of that much very easy. Okay? Like for example, without your parents' substance, your body is not possible. Therefore, where their parents or substance come from, also part of their body, but they also come from their own parents. You go like there, we are not found, okay, this start here. Maybe,
That seems like a causal continuum, but the actual,
Gyuge Junsa. Is the Gyuge Jundo Buddhist.
그래 되지도 되지지 말어
The
되지
substance, yes.
되지.
Well, they do talk about like the first Eve, like in anthropology, the first Eve and the first Adam,
그래서
supposedly.
So you can say, yes, there is a beginning of the Adams and
So,
Adam and Eve.
Maybe that was the first body,
First human body.
다 전화 오케이 다 되려면 못하면 거기 가는 거서 먹고 가도 좋아.
When did the human being started? Human being started.
1,000 years ago.
Huh? 12 years ago? Huh?
나도 제주와 년력 제사죠. 저 그게 고원하고 이봐 년력 제사.
So when we talk about the cause, right, there's the two different kind of causes, right? The substantial cause and then the auxiliary cause. So auxiliary cause are actually the conditions. The substantial cause is that very thing which turns into the result. Like the seed of the apple, turns into an apple. So the seed is the real cause, the substantial cause. And then the other things like the manure, the water, the fertilizer, all these things that you have to give, Without that, of course, the apple will not be able to grow. So those are the auxiliary cause, the conditions.
그래서 나도 수보라 년력이 되고
So just like that, the body also have the substantial cause, so which turns into a body, right? So that would be the sperm and egg, right?
대고야
That's the
코로나
body, right?
코로나
The body that becomes the body.
코로나를 더 거면 더 용말했어.
Yeah, and it has to be the sperm and body of a human body. You cannot be sperm and egg of the dog body, right? So it has to be concordant.
그러나 나도 힘이 쪼서서 원래 시고 뭐 작은 쪼서 하면 돼.
So in order to build, a wooden table, you have to have a wood, right? You can't make a wood table without iron.
그래서 나도 돼지 지방 나도 돼지 지방이
So to
대표
have the same and a concordant substantial
돼지
substance.
이다까지 밤에기 이다까지 돼지가 되게 년세도 나도 다들 수부치면서 쳐봐라.
So the parents, the egg and sperm, serves as the substantial cause, and because of that, then we have this physical body now, right?
대리형을 나도 빼나 나중에나 아니 깡 르파 코와섬디 파와사 용어치 샤착 이거로 샤지 타지
Papa.
빠빠섬디 아마사 용거에서 나가서 대임하고 매 이제 자 그래서
So that's the text it says that the six substances that we have in our body, like the bone, marrow, and the sperm, is from our father, and the blood, flesh, and the skin, came from the mother.
오다 이는 두지 삼다 두지 삼는 가지고까지 다 끼어라 토마스면 가서 간다는 가서 수부지나 토마가도 자도 말해. 샤마토 소리다 가지.
So that like that, if you think, there's no way we can say this is when the body started. Is that right?
당가도 가지 미 토마 샤마도는 수부 토마 자도 말해. 미 토마 샤마도나?
So what about human beings? Right? Is there a beginning of human beings?
가디래.
Huh? There is?
The first deed, first act.
가디래. 벌써든 가디래.
When?
When was first deed found? I don't know, I keep finding more skeletal remains of carbon dating.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Did you say the first person started in Africa? That's what they say in science.
Scientific.
Scientifically.
Before it was a monkey, right?
Right.
It turned into a human being. The ape.
Evolution.
Revolution.
Evolution.
Evolution.
그래서 뒤까지 그럼 모nkey 가운데 줬어.
But where did the monkey come from?
야, 없지들. 야. 그래서 내가 어디서나 where's Jesse come from? He said, oh, he's Singapore. How she come that this parents 파 대보여 was. 도대체 나도 파 대보다. 다 monkey들은 monkey 가운데 줬어.
So you can trace back like that, right? So where did the monkey, if it came from monkey, then where did the monkey come from?
그래? monkey 다 지금 도도전에 그 박수샤샤 이러요. 야만은
So the monkey also came from something. It didn't just pop up, right?
야만 남는 뭐 잡아봐서 바보 저러요.
Or it didn't just fall down from sky, right?
They say monkeys came from fish.
Huh?
They say came from fish.
Came from fish.
오, that's the fish 가운데. 근데
Where
fish
did the
가운데.
fish come from?
Right? We all
Yeah,
came
dolphin,
from
oh, like
fish.
dolphin.
Then the humans came from fish. Humans turned into monkeys, and then monkeys turned into humans.
오, that's the fish
So
가운데.
where did the dolphin come from?
아?
Something non-living became living. That's the trick.
가르쳐?
Something non-living can become
They
living?
say at some point the earth had nothing, but then something non-living became living. So life came out of something.
알래.
소매도 소를 가져버렸어.
근데 다 대사들
소매도 소전을 줘버렸어.
대사된 지와들 여러 아주 삼이 맨 로자기 지라. 그래 종료를 봤어. 소미 소지와 종료를.
So like something lifeless become alive?
Yeah, that's what they say.
그래서 들리 힘이나 딱 나도 하고 로자기 지라 들리 종료를 봤어. 나도 삼이 통화 요래.
So within like Roja Nala.
근데 로자가 나로 딱 나도.
Nala, right?
야.
So has that happened within this century? No? No? I haven't seen.
제 이거들 다 단학할 누가 좋죠. 단학 좋으면 같이 와서 그래.
So if it happened before, why didn't it happen now?
태어나서 내가 봐. 들이 중앙 요스베는 단다 요쪽으로 봐요. 그러나 로자가 오면 로니자가 로무ingab자가 지도하는 요쪽으로 봐요.
So if it happened, then it could happen now. So it could happen within like 100 years, 1,000 years, or 10,000 years, right?
Something happening deep in the ocean.
So is there a record of something happened like that? Lifeless become life, and within last 1,000 years?
There are a lot of different theories. I mean, there's the panspermia theory that we came from like organisms and from other planets, or comets, or things like that.
그래서
The microorganisms, but we started.
What's like that's like a plant?
At least started as a microorganism.
What is that?
What?
Microorganism? Bacteria?
Yeah, it's a very tiny.
무슨 일이야? 아마도 내가 두번 알아라. 무슨 충주주 믹토마토에 무슨 일이야라? 내가 내내는 줄 알았어. 내내는 가서 다 수부도 차버렸어.
더 가와야 돼. 근데 무슨 소 가와야지.
Grandpa was faithful.
So same thing again. Where did those microorganisms come from?
Right, and those are sentient, so they.
제가
Human
도시에
beings, right?
제지에 도시 파는 가도 되는 곳에서 나도 시하도 되다.
We don't know.
So like that, if we trace back like that, then there's no way we can say this is when it started.
내가 남배 서지 좀 내고 코라 토마 이거 말해서 다 제시하다.
So
sorry. 야, 주티랍다.
Buddhism, Buddha said that there's no beginning, to samsara.
오케이, 야.
Two things I want to address. One related to this, and then something that pointed to me a while ago.
first of all, the whole like lifeless coming into life, doesn't that happen on a daily basis? Do you consider that like eggs and sperm are like lifeless things and then life forms from that?
Eggs and sperm are life.
Yeah,
What
some
constitutes life? What constitutes
Some
that type of
sentient.
body?
A sentient being, they say that anything that can propel itself a tiny little bit is considered a sentient being.
Okay, so the like the atoms and the things that make up like this sperm and egg, like the little individual bits of that, does that have life?
Apparently, yeah.
그래서
Yeah.
So everything contains life and everything.
그래서 나 소매도 소를 줄줄 알았어. 다 버릇이 주고 알았어. 아, 저는 먼저 차 파먹이 굴라디
I'm not a scientist.
수고를 주고 미 소전 책을 되는 뭐 따더라. 그 소매라 먼저는. 그 수고를 주는 그 소전 책을.
There's all sorts of different kinds of small things.
And 다 코란스나 데 파먹이 굴라디
Some are
셈절에서.
living, some aren't necessarily living.
그 소전에서 가서 그 셈절에서.
Yeah.
아니 맞아.
I guess
다 그러게 듣고 충주지 나라 소 열에서.
The original question that I had was related more to karma. So I can understand the relationship.
야, 나 내가 켈린 두더래. 그 켈린 거랑.
걔는 말 거죠.
I can understand the relationship between like generosity, like.
So, sorry, before we go there,
Yeah.
about the sperm and egg,
Yeah.
you're saying that's sentient being?
Sentient beings.
So Geshe says he doesn't accept that that's a sentient being.
What,
The sperm and egg, yeah, that's no sentient being. It's no life. There's no life there. So after you turn into a body, you know, the mind takes a place in there, then it becomes life.
Sperm is alive.
Huh?
Sperm is alive.
So generous.
It might be a certain
그래 대기도 소세다 가지고 나도 나비식 속도 말이 시다다 유지하지. 그래서 지금 이번 요래.
Yeah, so
야.
if you were saying, I know Jan's answer, because Buddhism says that.
I have one question to ask. 근데 실로 시도 속도를 가지.
They come to this world.
그래서 근데 시도 나버려야 되는 거 따뜻해.
That's why they don't do that.
So no, in Buddhism, you know, when you say life, you know, it has to be sentient being. It has to have a mind. So, like you say, you know, the egg and sperm has life, in a sense, like just like the plants are life, right? So, but it doesn't have a mind, so they're not sentient beings.
So I've read in books that sentient being is considered something that is living that can actually propel itself by itself, that can actually move by itself.
That doesn't imply like a will though.
That's what I've read.
The plants can do that though, right?
Like wind. Yeah.
The plants can do that.
Sure.
The plants. Yeah, they're exactly. So they're not sentient
They're
beings.
not moving from, they're not going from one location to another. They're
Yeah.
just growing.
Yes. And they're growing and then they're moving, you know, so.
How do we know they're not sentient though? They communicate to each other.
plants.
Science has proven that plants communicate to each other and it communicates to its environment. So where's that mind that's communicating?
대 커뮤니케이션 가르쳐 버렸어. 나도 맨날 제거 말고서.
Not like human beings, right? How do they communicate? Like human beings?
They communicate to other plants. Tell the plants, hey, there's danger over here. You don't want to grow this way.
Okay,
I
man.
don't think it,
그거 신하지는 말아.
More over here.
아, 그 신하 사고를 내 양가신 걸 내는 거 유아 말씀 걸. 이거 대 파도 이게 게임에 살아.
I don't think so. 대대 고려 깨도 많죠 그래서 그래. 근데 시도도 지난 시도도
제목한 거 쌓기가 말아.
야. 시마가 짜마져도 그래. 가지고 고치서 깨는 사고 말거든.
So you're saying like, you know, in Buddhism we will say because it doesn't have the condition to go there. You know, it's not like plant is afraid to go there, but the plant doesn't have the condition. So you have a mud here, right? You know, where the plants can grow, but it doesn't grow in the sand. If there's a sand there, it will not go there because there's no condition for the plants to grow in the sand. Therefore, it doesn't go there. But maybe you can say, yeah, it doesn't go because it sees its danger there. It doesn't want to go there. So you can say that way, but the Wu said because it doesn't have a condition there for it to grow, so therefore it just stops here. It has a condition here to grow, and it just grows. You know, but once it's
get back to that.
there,
The sperm is definitely living.
huh?
I would think that the sperm.
나 림사처럼 그 소소 니발소에 대장을 납쇼대.
It has the potential. Everything has a potential, like everything has a potential, right? So everything has a potential. Just because it has a potential doesn't mean it has a life.
나도 나베시는 납사도
So
납시다.
sperm and egg and plants, they all have a potential, to grow something, to grow something,
They have a little tail.
to grow into something. Yeah, to grow into something. Yes, they have the potential, but doesn't have a life.
They have to figure out how to get to the egg, right?
Small being in the corner here, just like to say something. It seems to me what
Some
we
are
come up
stronger than others. I find only one
with is
gets
the
in.
difference between sentience and life. But then there's another problem here, and that is that I don't know that anyone, there may be academics here, but anyone has ever really, and whether there's ever been any real agreement on what is alive, what life is. Because it just seems like, somebody comes up with a definition, somebody says, well, yeah, but so-and-so, that is alive, and it just.
Are we talking about sentience or life?
I'm talking about life, because there's
Yeah.
definitely.
What's the definition of sentient being?
So what are we really considering here? Because according to science,
일단 속전당 먼저 샘진세서 속여는 샘진 거를 그래서 속여는 그나마 자신들서 속여서 군도다 기거다
야.
그 매도 시샤라이라 말이야
야, 야.
근데 시샤라 그다 속면 차라다
대고 말이야. 소소 그 냐게 니바저로 텔콘도 납슬랑도.
So you can say that the life in the plant is that force or the power to keep it alive, right? So when it dries, and then we say, oh, the flower is dead, so let's throw it away, So when you say we have that definition, so that shows like, oh, there is a life in the plant, in the flower. But when we say sentient being, then it has to have a mind. So the plants don't have mind, therefore plants are not sentient being. You can say they have a life, but they are not sentient being.
okay, but the question was, does
Lifeless become life.
Notice something have a beginning. Or what was, I forgot, we got so far away.
Okay.
So we're talking about lifeless becoming life, right? Lifeless becoming life. That's the root of our argument. Discussion. So we have to go back.
Okay.
So, but so the plants and the sperms, you can say they have a life because they have that force or power to grow into something. Therefore, you can say life, but they are not sentient being. The sperm and egg are not sentient being. Later, when it's conceived with the mind, then becomes a sentient being.
Think about that. Okay, yes. Paya?
Fire,
So I was just thinking to bring it all back together.
Yeah.
And I accept what you say, that, see, the sperm and the egg have life, maybe, but not sentient.
Yeah.
I accept it, now what? Where do you think?
다 텔라 속 쇼고 나도 남배신의 시소도 쇼고 소도 마시는 거 말했어.
Right direction.
No, so that's what we were talking about earlier, right? Lifeless becoming life, like that. So, what he said about, is correct, in that way. So every day, lifeless is becoming life, You don't have to wait for 1,000 years for it to happen. Thousands of years to happen, It's happening every day, right? Like, that's what he was saying, pointing. So that's the argument, about that. Yeah. So, how sentient beings appeared and how human beings started. How human beings started from here.
I could be wrong, but if I'm trying to recall what we were talking about before, because I understand we went forward. I thought we were talking about karma and how conditions arise, in a mind, right? So we're talking about certain things arising, right, within the mind, and how those things arise, how those conditions arise, and then we started talking, getting back into where we come from.
You were asking me about does everyday non-life become life, and you used the example of the sperm and egg, right? But
Even
just
before that.
so we're off of that? Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to
with that.
connect us back to what we were talking about. So
Right.
we can-
Good. Okay, I think now we talk too much. That's good conversation. I have another question, you guys.
Margaret is
Yes.
So can I have
Yeah.
one last question?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
human, demigod,
Yeah.
and God. So these are these the only 6 realms that are recognized as sentient beings?
Yes. Lord do not matter yomara.
Yeah. Yes.
So even though they are formless in the
Machi.
Yes. Yes. There are so many now that.
they had a mind. They still have
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
minds to them.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Anda. Tako somne kanga sode la.
That's easy. That's all to do with Buddhism. Nothing to compare with the science. So.
나도 지체에서 빼는 거 조차 되어서 고 강가 리치버서 빼 제지치버면 영어 말해서 가린 거 가이나.
So, understanding good about the cause and condition is very important. We say, so why it's not happening, why is it like so? Because there's no cause. Even though there's a condition, there's no cause. So the cause has to be of the same substance. If it's not of the same substance, then it cannot happen also.
빼 차잖아. 니처럼서 빼주 좋아지 저러서 때 섬당쇼 섬당쇼. 지금 때 펜도 지금 펜도 말해. 그러나 먼저 뭐 propose가 아니 다 제지 안 되게 제대 봐주시가 말로나 부지게 말스 맞지는 먼저 가르치고 말스 그때 뭔가 있다고 말스.
So this is related with that. I have a small kind of question. Maybe it's beneficial, maybe not. If it is, you can keep it. If not, you can just leave it. So it has to be of the same substance. Right? That's it. So like if a human is to be born as a human being, it has to come from human sperm, right? If you were to inject a human sperm into a cow, can you give cow give birth to a human? Cannot, right? Why?
대낮에 들고 다다쳐서 난다. 시도도 야 그 생일도 간데 제인데 제마 대마 그 지체 상관 거대 맞지 얼마 그 난데 도인데 도는 말해서.
So like the sperm and egg, they have their life, right? Right, Les? Their life, right? Why are not that born? Because there's no condition, right? Even though there's this the cause, there's no conditions. There has to have all these conditions together, and there's no conditions. So just like that. Why don't plants grow there? Why don't plants go there or grow there? It's not because plants are afraid, and that's because there's no condition.
단 테리바가 저치를 테리바가 희키를 계시면 진짜 주시기로 내시지도 내시지도다 단 내시지도 내시지도다. 단 너가 치워만 너만 치잖아. 희경만 너만 보셔서 희경만. 근데 그게 치워 하고에서 그게 놓고 나가면서. 대만 그 코라 지체인데 그 되게 넘버가 나한테 그 반대로 희 사분 판로요 말해.
Then this is the explanation the science give, right? There's one plant here, one plant here. And there's this plant, there's water near on this side of the plant. There's no water there, And then this plant goes into that, grows into that, and it says, oh, it knows there's water, so it's moving there. It's alive. And it has a mind of its own, and it's going there because it knows there's water. It's not like that, It's the condition that's there that forcing it, to grow into there.
Okay. Now we talk. It was a good discussion. You guys need to think about that, okay? Always, His Holiness Dalai always said, even the monks said, don't say Shantideva said, Dhammakati said, you need to prove your own mind, right? Whatever thing. And he always very serious. This is very, like very science. If you guys all the science said that, we just follow them. It's okay, it's good, no, I don't say that bad, but you understand your own, very logically, then they become more, how you call it?
Firm.
Yeah. Strong, right? Therefore we say, okay, Buddha said, yes, Buddha said. Buddha always said, don't believe me, you have, because fed me. This is very good message, right? Therefore, think about it like that way. Why that? And the science also, they're going, checking. The Buddha said there's no beginningless. And then we have to, someone said, this is the beginning. Then we have to discussion again. Okay, thank you. I will stop. But think more there, okay? More discussion. Okay, maybe short prayer.
How short? Okay, we'll just do the mandala. Okay. Mandala of what? Yeah. Okay, okay, we're gonna do it all in English. That's faster, okay. Page 39. Ground perfume anointed, flowers strewn, Meru, four lands, sun and moon adorned, seen as Buddha field and offered. Thus may all sentient beings enjoy pure lands. May my venerable lamas for life be firm, his wife action spread in the 10 directions. May the torch of the teachings of Lopasang always remain, dispelling the darkness of all beings in the 3 realms. I send forth this jeweled mandala to you, precious Guru. Okay, page 43, short, long life prayer for His Holiness. What is that? Okay. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chenre Zig remain in life till samsara's end. Page 49, short, long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Majnu's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplishes magnificent prayers, honoring the 3 jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. And we will end. Well, actually, we won't end yet. But page 57, prayers of dedication. Through this virtue, may I swiftly, having gained Guru Buddhist state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious Supreme Bodhi mind, may it where I'm born arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. And now we will end with Mixima, which is on page 75. Me me te wei te chen chen rei zig, 3 me kem pei wang po jam pel yang, dang chen ke pe su gen song ka pa, lop san dra pe sa bla so.
Thank you, Geshe. Thank you, Namcho. So today, 5 announcements. First, today they'll be cleaning afterwards. So if you want to help with cleaning, please stay in the Gompa. First of all, as usual, we'll pack away everything, the tables and everything, and then we'll divvy out work. And depending on how many people, I'll order food, so there'll be lunch for everyone. So don't worry about that. There's no classes coming Wednesday in preparation for the arrival of Lama Zopa Rinpoche. So it's incredibly wonderful that Rinpoche is visiting the center he's arriving on Thursday and then departing again on next week, Tuesday. Arriving on Thursday very late in the evening, 11:50 p.m. They're flying Delta, so they're arriving at Terminal A. Encouraged to please come join us with a kata to welcome Rinpoche here. We will not be coming to the center, so we will simply welcome Rinpoche at the airport and then disperse in all our directions. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we've got all the teachings, so check out our calendar. They're all detailed on there. And I just talked about the departure. That's it, and we don't know, I'll publish the departure time, and then whatever we're going to do with the departure and seeing Rinpoche off, I'll put that on the website as well. That's it. Thank you very much. 11:50 p.m.